A rescue operation in Głuchołazy. One of the residents asked the volunteer fire department for help in evacuation. As services fight against time to save lives, the government spreads misinformation. The website of the Prime Minister's office published incorrect information about the signal flag system used to call for help in emergencies. The consequences could have been drastic. The red and blue flag signs had been confused. In the correct version, it is the red flag that indicates a request for medical assistance. I have the impression that this mistake stems from a certain amateurism that prevails in the Prime Minister's office at the moment. It was a very dangerous mistake, and it could be a very costly mistake for people's lives and health, because it was spread further by national media. The issue is crisis management. After all, the Ministry of the Interior and Administration and the governors all report to the Prime Minister. If incorrect information appears in the media of the Prime Minister's office, which, under such conditions as we have today, can cost human lives, this is an embarrassment. The opposition warns that the services are not informed by the authorities in a substantive way. Some actions could have been taken earlier. We appeal to all our compatriots who today are in the areas that are under threat. Do not wait, evacuate. The experience on Friday shows that you can't always count on good communication. An example is the situation on Lake Nysa. According to information provided by Wody Polskie, on Friday, the discharge was about 30 cubic meters per second. On Saturday, it was already 200. On Sunday, due to the rupture of the dam in Stronie Śląskie, it was 1,000 cubic meters per second. The abandonment of the gradual discharge led to flooding of the Nysa River in the Opole region. Services are not always able to arrive. If only, as of Friday, they would have said outright that we were in for a disaster of the magnitude of 1997, and this could have been prevented, because this was not a tornado that came suddenly, that no one could see beforehand. In the Czech Republic, this water had already gathered. Alarms had been raised beforehand. As the situation changes by the minute, Prime Minister Donald Tusk is working to verify information. I have also made an appeal to all those who work with us to verify all information in a very precise way. Together with all of you, I will try to help those who are waiting for the actual forecasts and what may happen in their city, for example in Wrocław. In terms of informing and verifying information, our TV station is there to help. I knew about the fact that there would be a flood threat a week before, and the Prime Minister didn't know? Donald Tusk is preventing us from providing information to citizens. Today, we were once again not allowed to attend events he participated in. In the morning for a briefing in Warsaw, and in the afternoon for a crisis staff meeting.
Ale ja bardzo przepraszam. Jestem redaktorem, jestem dziennikarzem. Panowie, uspokójcie się. Jesteśmy na żywo, to jest transmitowane w tej chwili na całą Polskę i cała Polska widzi, że to pan mnie dotyka. Proszę mnie zostawić. Szanowni Państwo, to jest skandal! Republika!
We are reporting the case to the prosecutor's office, and this case is not about the press law. This time, it's about creating a widespread threat, not allowing some of the largest media in Poland on the crisis staff at a time when people are waiting for information on how they should behave and how to protect themselves. This creates a direct threat to the health, life, and property of these people. My appeal for caution and integrity in reporting on the catastrophic flooding. I am also informing you of a request to the prosecutor's office to prosecute officials who do not allow journalists to attend the press conferences of the anti-crisis headquarters, thereby bringing widespread danger to citizens. At the same time, the National Broadcasting Council will take the flood situation into account when examining the implementations of the terms of the license, including in matters of subscription collection. In such a situation, the Prime Minister and the government have an obligation to cooperate with all media, because all media reaches different recipients. On social media, Prime Minister Donald Tusk highlighted the involvement of members of the volunteer fire department in Głuchołazy, and rightly so, but he forgot about other services. Indeed, dividing the services is strange on part of the Prime Minister. And let us also recall that we are talking about the same services that were previously attacked. Today, one of the pillars of crisis management is the Territorial Defense Forces. Playing favorites when it comes to selected services creates the risk of unhealthy competition, and this in a situation where the services should cooperate. On Saturday, there was an accident involving the police chief Marek Boroń, his adjutant, and the driver. Our investigative journalist, Marcin Dobski, is checking whether the speed limit was exceeded. It is possible that the commander was rushing to a press conference with Donald Tusk. The case was taken over by the district prosecutor's office in the Tarnów Mountains. Chief Police Commander Boroń, the driver, and the adjutant were probably speeding, quote, on the bombs. You can see the wires. The speed limit in the place where they were speeding is 80 kilometers per hour. Was it worth risking your life to show up next to the Prime Minister on TV? And finally, an important reminder. The services working on the spot ask residents to listen to their announcements and adapt to them. This will significantly improve work and ensure safety. Konrad Chmieła, Republika.